Hey everybody, we're here in lovely Destin, Florida with Trigger Points. It's a little bit washed out, but we're here with Johnny Hayes, the master of chill.
Hey Rob, how you doing,
I'm
man?
good, man. Appreciate you
Hey,
coming.
amazing running into you at a place like this.
I know, right? How could we run into each other in a big state of Florida?
Coincidence, I guess.
Well, good. Man, I appreciate you coming on. I know with your busy schedule and everything out here in Destin, Florida.
Hey, the beach umbrella's calling right after this podcast.
I know, right? So anyways, today we just wanted to kind of interview Johnny and see how he got his start in real estate and what he's done to be successful and how he stays on track. So Johnny, tell us, how'd you get your start in real estate?
Whew, gosh, it seems like I just started yesterday, but I guess we got to go back probably 20 years from today. I was working in the commercial insurance business in Texas, and Eddie Gant had kind of left his corporate world and had been calling me for about a year. Hey, I've got some ideas. Why don't you come over here? And I've been doing pretty good in this real estate investing business and interested in doing a few things. And, I'd like to talk to you about it. And so I met with him and, I had a really good job, corporate job, great career, enjoyed the company, worked for Federated Insurance. At that time, I was probably with them 15 years, and just said, no, I appreciate you thinking about me, but no, I think I'm good where I'm at. And and got to see what Eddie kept progressing in over the next year or so. And he had kept calling me every now and then. And then I was starting to travel a little bit more with my job and not seeing my kids grow up or being at least not being able to be there for all their events or coaching my son or being at my daughter's gymnastics and all that stuff. And then after I saw Eddie had done some other things and was more successful, he came to me again and started talking about some other stuff. I said, well, let me think about this.
Yeah.
And that was probably about 18 and a half years ago. And, it was a tough decision at that time. I'd always, heard about real estate, whereas, a lot of people I knew was in it, was successful, and just said, well, maybe I ought to think about this. So sat down, talked about it. And I said, you know what? And I didn't know a damn thing about real estate. The only thing I knew about real estate was I'd bought a house before, that I'd lived in. I'd probably bought one or two since I'd been, out of college. And he basically, Eddie tells the story, we got to thinking about, hey, why don't you come over here? What do you know about real estate? I told him I didn't know the difference between a deed and a deed of trust, and there is a difference, believe it or not. A lot of people still don't know that they're in it. So once you learn that, you're off to a good start. And so, me and Eddie sat down and talked about it, and, I kind of joined his team. And, from then on, I guess it's history. That's been about 18 and a half years ago. I've learned a lot from Eddie and the team that he has. And I think one of the biggest things that I've learned over the time is, you got to get some education. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things you need to learn in this business, and there's a lot of people out there that'll help teach you the right way for free that can help you grow. You got to have a team around you. I mean, you got to find people that you can trust. You can't do it all yourself. I mean, real estate's a 24/7 business. It can burn you out. You got to get away and have some free time to kind of re-energize yourself. I mean, you can work yourself to death. You can be successful, but you got to be able to reap the rewards. And I think the longer you're in it and you realize that, once you have a good team around you that helps you with your transactions, people you can trust that do business the right way, the business can run itself long as you're overseeing it. And that's what you got to do. You got to run it like a business. You can't be expected to do everything yourself. You got to become the expert, partner with experts, and let the people that do their things the best do the things the best, and you do what you do is the best, and then it becomes a good team.
Yeah. I think a lot of new investors that watch this show, I think that they appreciate the fact that we give them little tidbits about that.
Yeah.
What would you say, and just kind of going off the hip, what would you say is the most critical thing that new investors need to watch out for?
Well, the first thing is you cannot fall in love with the deal, because every deal is not a deal. I mean, you can have the best salesman trying to sell you on a property that says, oh, this is the greatest thing. This is what it's worth. This is what it's going to cost to fix. Oh, here's what your rents are. You can make a lot of money on this. You know, you've got to be able to have a team, or your knowledge to go do your own due diligence, or partner with somebody that has the knowledge and experience to make sure that you're getting in good deals. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because not every deal's a deal. I mean, you know, you've got to have the resources. Once you have the data and the information, and then you have people around you that has the experience, that knows what's going on, don't just rely on somebody that's always trying to sell you something that they're always telling you the truth. I mean, they're trying to sell a product. Now, they may not be off much, and, you know, not everybody, I'm off sometimes, you know, but when you look at the data and you look at what past history has happened, you have to go off current data, and you can't always go off future data, because you never know what's going to happen. We just experienced a pandemic over the last 18 to 24 months that nobody would have ever expected. And if you didn't make adjustments during that pandemic, it could have put you down.
Yeah.
You make changes, you try to do the right things, and you go by your knowledge and what the data tells you. And then, hey, that's the biggest key. Just don't fall in love with the deal, because do your numbers, and your biggest number, if you're buying and flipping real estate or buying and holding real estate, which is the main thing we do every day, is you've got to get that first big number right. And that's what that property is going to be worth once you fix it up.
True.
Because if you miss on the biggest number, your losses can be bigger. The smaller numbers in there, you know, you want to get those right too, but you got to get a true ARV of what property should really be worth once you get out there and fix it up, or get it rent ready for you to bring in rental income and build long-term wealth.
Okay. Tell me your experiences with general contractors and kind of some warning signs for new investors on what they should be looking out for when they're putting a general contractor on their team.
Right. And general contractors are just like any form of business. I mean, every business has its good ones and every business has its bad ones. When you're talking with a general contractor, you got to make sure that they've got some experience in dealing with investor properties, and go talk to people that they've done business with. Okay. Mm-hmm. But I was always taught this early with Eddie, is the toughest part of this job is managing your general contractor if you're buying distressed property and fixing it up, mm-hmm. or fixing it up for rental, because you've got great general contractors out there. They're out there drumming up business at all times. The key is you can't let them manage you. You need to manage them. It's your project. You need to make sure you're out there, or somebody on your team's out there, making sure that deal is staying within budget. You know, products are being bought just for that property. Mm-hmm. Things are being done the way you want to do it, in a timely manner. And, you know, these guys want to get done quickly and get paid so they can move on to the next job. But you got to make sure you just can't let them run free and tell you what they're doing and you not following up. We get the biggest thing in our lending business is when we get draw requests. A lot of our clients, their contractor is bugging them. I need to get paid on Friday so I can pay my employees. And that's great. We want to. And then we go out and they said, we're done with all this work. We go out and inspect it, and half of it isn't done. And the guy has already paid his contractor because he didn't go check it first. And then they come back to us and say, well, I can't reimburse you on work that's not done yet. I can give you X amount. Mm-hmm. Well, I've already paid him. I got to do that. Well, that's managing your business, you know. Yeah. So just make sure you stay on top of it. I know at Jet we've formed some great products with some software that can help you manage your contractor on a daily basis and require him the tools to help show you progress weekly so you can stay on top of him to make sure your project runs smoothly.
So what he's talking about is we here at Jet Lending, we have a product called JetPM. Now we let all of our clients use this to do draws. A few of them are using it to its full potential, but it has so many great potentials for you to manage your draws, manage your contractors. Heck, you can use the program to have them upload photos of completed work on a daily basis, and then you verify that it's done. That way, let's say you're out of town and you want to manage your project from afar, they can upload that, and that's what Johnny was talking about is our JetPM program. It's unlike anything else in the industry.
Well, and it just helps you as another tool to help you manage your contractor. Instead of your contractor telling you what he's doing, he can show you what he's doing. It also has information on there. It can help you give pricing for the area of what things are going for. It can help you when you're out looking for new properties to help price what repairs would be. Also, as you're getting quotes to help keep you in the market of what new things are changing. So it's just tools out there that we try to develop. It makes it easier for us as a lender to help you stay on top of it, just as we provided like our no draw loan, where if you use one of our turnkey contractors, it's basically a guy that we have trust in that has done hundreds and hundreds of jobs for our clients that can get out there, help you manage your job to get it done in a more timely manner. And it saves you money because your job gets finished, it gets done correctly, and then you're on the market to sell where your holding cost goes down, which helps you improve your profits.
Right. And he's talking about with our no draw loan is with FastTrack. We have a program with FastTrack. It's a no draw. Basically, typically on any property that we fund, we require the client to do a third of the repairs, if not half the repairs, depending on the size of the project and the complexity of the project. But typically it's about a third of the repairs you'll go and complete, and then you'll submit a draw in thirds for reimbursement. What Johnny's talking about and what we've talked about on this show before is our no draw program, where we advance a third of the repairs to FastTrack. They go and just start the project. That way, once you have closed on the property, you're no more money out of pocket.
That's correct. And we've got a track record with them. They do great work. They'll go in and get this deal done in probably the third of the time that if you're having to manage outside contractors and manage it yourself. But what it also allows you to do is you go by once or twice a week and see how they're managing the deal. And it teaches you a way of, if down the road you don't want to do that and you build your business, it gives you a good experience on how you can manage your own.
And we've had a lot of success with FastTrack and new investors using them that have been very happy with it. I mean, it kind of takes away the headache of, especially with a new investor saying, I don't know if I can trust this guy or a general contractor. I think that, this would be a good product for any new investor to use. And it gives you, and they walk you through it step by step. So that way, eventually, if you don't want to use FastTrack anymore, which I wouldn't understand why, because we have seasoned investors that use them.
We use them still on our flips.
Yeah.
Because we know instead of the time and effort to have to manage the contractors and find other guys because they come in and out of the business, we know it'll get done in a timely manner. You know, and it's a cost of doing business, just like everything in this business. But you calculate those costs when you're trying to do your buys out there, and that's a learning tool that you'll learn. But the biggest thing I'll say too, especially for you new investors, the biggest mistake I see on draws right now is you'll go out there and you'll have a credit line at a flooring place. So you'll go in there and do the flooring first to get all the flooring done. You do things out of order. there is an order that you need to be doing things in.
Yes.
You don't put your flooring in or your sheetrock in before you do your foundation. There's just ways of things that you need to do things in order, because if you don't, the things you do up front can get damaged during all the other construction, or when you make other improvements that you may have to spend money again to go through.
Yeah.
And simple things like that, if FastTrack will teach you those things when you see it on the deal, and that's what makes just education and the experience of learning things, because I can promise you, we've done almost 5,000 transactions in either loans or flips over the last 18 years. And there's still things we learn. There's still mistakes you can still pop up. You go, oh, that's never got us. But we've learned in the past. So we're there to teach the new investors these things. So we've learned the hard way.
Yeah.
To where it cost us extra out of pocket. And guess what? When things like that happen, the investor's in charge of those mistakes. It's not your lender's responsibility. It's not your contractor's responsibility to do things that you missed. It's the investor part. And investors have to learn the hard way. But if you can minimize those mistakes up front, you'll maximize your profits on the back end.
So let's talk a little bit about how you minimize it. One, growing a team around you, like Johnny said, a team that you can trust. That starts with lending. That starts with insurance, title company, your whole team around you, and even a good mentor. All those people are very important in growing your business and running it as if it is a business, especially if you're doing this on the side to make extra money for retirement, or if you're doing this as your main job. And you're wanting to get away from that 9-to-5 hectic job that you don't want to do anymore. That way you're financially free to go, like Johnny, and we're going to get into that. Johnny's able to go do anything he wants to do because he's grown his business, and being the general manager of Jet Lending, he can go and work anywhere because him and Eddie have put the right people in place at work so that he can do his job as a general manager from anywhere in the United States. Right. And we can contribute a lot of that to Alex.
Well, and two is the team's so important.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is, because you learn from your experts on each side, and it allows you to run it as a business. And you've got to have those people in place. I've got so many new investors that may call me, and don't get me wrong, it takes money to be in this business, and they may have a good amount of cash there, and they want to do everything on a cash basis. But I think if you want to grow your business, you'll learn leveraging your lending power in this business will make you 10 times the money that you can make on your return of your own cash if you're not afraid to accumulate those expenses.
Yeah.
You know, a guy that has $200,000 cash just sitting over there, he could go do one flip at a time. He could go buy one rental property and not use an asset-based lender and go straight, if it doesn't need many repairs, or go to his bank and borrow on a loan-to-cost basis and fund all the repairs out of his pocket. But what it allows him to do is it limits him to only 1 or 2 transactions he can do over that 12-month period. Then it takes time before he can recoup some of his money to do that. For you new investors that have money, talk with Rob and our team at Jet Lending. They can show you how you can leverage your lending power, okay, and allow you to get into multiple deals. You got to keep enough cash reserves to handle that, but you'll see your business grow more rapidly, and with the team there to make sure you're getting in good deals and trying to protect you to become a long-term client, not a one-time, one-and-done guy in this business. Those are some, I'd say, great knowledge to say, hey, thank you. 2 years from now, if you want to grow your rental business, instead of having 1 or 2 rentals, you may have 10 rentals where you didn't put any money out of your pocket if you were able to find the right deals, instead of spending all your money on 1 or 2 deals and only bringing in a certain amount of cash flow. But remember, if you're going to buy rentals, it's all about long-term wealth.
Yes. So, well, Johnny, you hit an awesome point as far as making sure that, you're handling this as a business, and that the mistakes that you make, trying to minimize those as possible. I know for a fact that, I've had investors over the last 6 years come back to me and say, Rob, I wish I would have listened to you. I wish I would have used FastTrack. I wish I would have done this. I've seen some of the products they put out. I wish I would have listened to you. In this business, we don't like saying no. No is always nobody sitting in a closing seat.
Right.
But sometimes we have to, us at Jet Lending, we've always trained ourselves to direct the investor to make the right decision, and not to make it's an investment property. I'm going to make $1 million bucks off of this deal. If you're not going to make a great profit off of it, it does us no benefit to say, hey, you may want to look at this. And I think that's one thing you've taught me throughout my small career, is that always tell the truth.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, some of our best clients have always come back to us. Hey, thank you for that deal over on 45th Street. I don't remember doing a deal on 45th Street with you. I know that's the one you told me. We thought it was such a great deal, and it wasn't. And you told us it wasn't. And then we ended up trying to do something else, and we lost our skirt on it, and blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Not every deal's a deal, and I can promise you, I make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, but you got to learn from those mistakes. Our job as a lender and a partner with you is that's what we try to do. If we're going to loan you money, we want to put you in a position to be successful so you'll do more deals. And I think that's what's kept Jet Lending ahead in the forefront. All of the business we've done, and I can't say every loan has always gone the right way, because things can happen. We've had hurricanes, we've had floods, we've had pandemics, we've had contractors go bad on people. There's only things that can help remedy these things, and a lot of that's liquidity. And sometimes you got to make those tough business decisions, just like we have had to in the past. Is, hey, let's sell this thing, take our little loss, and go buy the next property and make up that profit if some things happen outside of our control. But you got to learn from those mistakes, and hopefully those things don't happen again. And that's a key to being successful in this business. But there's still plenty of deals out there, guys. We're closing loans every month. Yeah, a lot of it's on the rental side, but we still have flips out there. Remember, the key to a flip is you have to buy with equity. There's not enough equity there, you're not going to make any money. Now, if you want to buy a rental property, equity ain't as important as out-of-pocket expense, return on your investment, things like that, and appreciative neighborhoods. That builds wealth for you. But it's good to have equity, but you can still make money with the way the market is today with appreciation, even in a short period of time in Texas, if that's where your main business is.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, we're going to kind of transition a little bit. Right. So you touched on this a little bit. In real estate day to day, it can get hectic dealing with numbers, dealing with closings, dealing with timelines, dealing with things like that. And you've been in the industry for 20 plus years. Kind of tell everybody what you do to unwind.
Well, a key is you just gotta, if you want to be in this business, it needs to be, you need to have access 24/7, because things do happen. But if you manage your time right, and I will say one of the best things that's come up with the pandemic with Alex and yourself have helped get us to where we can do a lot more mobily with cell phones and laptops. There's your information is always there, but you got to get your work done and you prioritize yourself. The little things, may not be as urgent as the things that can get you in trouble or things that have to be done. So prioritize your work during the day. Now, I don't mind working 12, 13, 14 hours a day. Sometimes it's that way. But if I had to work 14 hours a day for 7 days a week. The only person I know that does that's Eddie, but he still loves it, but he still has to unwind, and he finds his time for the things that he enjoys. My time of enjoying is I enjoy getting away on weekends to go to sporting events or come to beach deals with my family, vacations. I don't take a lot of them, but it allows me, with the mobility of today, get my work done when I'm in the office, and then plan the times to where, like right now, I'm on vacation. I don't mind taking an hour out in the morning to do this to help people become more successful in real estate. But, come noon, I'm going to be down on the beach underneath that umbrella, my cooler full of Miller Lights, and my sunglasses on underneath that umbrella, just enjoying the view, the ocean waves, hanging out for the day.
So relaxing.
But my phone rings while I'm sitting underneath that umbrella, and I see it's one of my clients that something's popped up. I'll touch base with them. If it's urgent, I've got a team back in the office, or I could handle it right here off of my cell phone. If it's not urgent, we'll make it happen in a timely manner, because they understand. They like their free time as well.
Yeah. I mean, in this week alone, I've had some hiccups, and I've been on the beach. Today is my last day here. Be back in the office on Monday. Same with Johnny. His last day will be tomorrow. But we'll be back in the office, both of us, on Monday. But this week alone, I've handled closings. I've handled issues with clients. I've handled, hey, I don't understand this. Sitting in a lawn chair right by the beach. I've had to make adjustments to loan docs, stuff like that, straight from a laptop sitting on the beach.
Hey, and congratulations. I just saw on Teams this morning, we had a great week of closings, and most of us are not in the office this week, but we've been working diligently from our vacation spot, thanks to processing and the whole staff back in the office. We had a great week of closing, and we're off to a good start another month. So it proves you don't have to spend 24/7 to make sure everything gets done. Prioritize the things that you need to make happen, to make things happen. Because in our business, people do business with Jet Lending for three main reasons. Well, they come to us for our experience, to make sure they're getting good deals. Mm-hmm. We give them a great product, and we close in a timely manner. It's a product that's available there for you to save your deals, make your deals happen, and that's why we form Jet Lending for investors like you and for ourselves. It makes us more profitable, even on our own deals that we fund for ourselves. And it just goes to show you as real estate investors, and we as lenders and real estate investors, we only get paid when there's a closing. It's either when you're buying something, you're going to make some money, or you can make a small amount, but that's when you sell it or when you roll it into a long-term loan and start bringing in the rents. That's when your income comes in. And those are the most important things. So if you prioritize the things that make you money, let your team deal with the little things, and it will free up you a little bit more time so you can make those tough decisions that keeps the business running and makes you more successful.
Absolutely.
And financially secure.
Absolutely.
That's why you do this stuff. You do it, and Rob will teach you. I mean, Rob spent a 20-plus-year career in the Army. He finally gets out. He comes to work for us. He gets married. He has a child. Your priorities change. When he first went to work for us, he was working for himself and having a good time doing it, and maybe not spending as much time and a little more fun over there. And then once he gets married and now has a child, he knows he's working for a whole new reason now. So your life changes, and things change on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. So set your goals, adjust, and when things move, you can adjust. And hey,
goals are the most important thing.
And if you meet those things, now you're working for an entirely different thing than you were 4 years ago, being way more successful and spending your time wiser and doing things in a timely manner than spending way more hours working.
Goals are the most important thing, and your goals will change as you progress as a person. The older you get, the wiser you get. You see things a little bit differently. I will say the guy that started at Jet Lending is a total different guy than I am now. My goals are different. What I want is different. Heck, I didn't even think I'd ever get married at that point in time. Yeah. Never even had a thought of it. Well, I mean, I had a thought of it, but I never thought that, where I would be right now is where I'm at. So Johnny's absolutely right. Your goals change, your life changes, but you've got to be able to take time in a busy schedule to take some time to get out there on the beach and enjoy and reap the benefits of what you've worked hard to succeed in. And Johnny, something's changed in your life, hasn't it, in the last couple of weeks?
You dang right. I'm a national champion now. I spent 2 weeks in Omaha, then I came straight to the beach. So I've been working mobile for 3 weeks, and it's worked. But, I miss the office a little bit. Yeah. I look forward to getting back there on Monday and getting back to a normal schedule. But I tell you what.
You're national champion.
Hey, it's been a good 3 weeks. Hail State. My Bulldogs finally did it. I never knew if I'd see it in my lifetime. So I've been walking on cloud 9, and I can promise you this juice tastes sweeter being a national champion than not being one.
So, anyways, guys, Johnny, what he's referring to is the Mississippi State Bulldogs. We're both from Mississippi. Eddie's from Mississippi. The Mississippi State Bulldogs have won their first national championship as the baseball team, World Series, College World Series. They wiped out Vanderbilt. So Johnny's an alumni. He's got my nephew Cooper is an alumni, and my sister went to school there as well. And they have finally won their first national championship as on their baseball team. So now, if y'all can just get that football team straightened out, y'all might get there.
Hey, Coach Leach is doing a great job.
He is.
We've got a top recruiting class coming in. He's always succeeded beyond expectations in his second year. So watch out, Bama. We're coming after you. Start Vegas in November.
How did I know you were going to bring up Nick Saban in Alabama? He's also got another daughter, my niece, that went to school at Alabama, right?
Yeah, she did. And we spent a good 4 years over there pretending to root for Alabama for her sake. But, hey, when Bama comes to, I think it's on October 6th when they come to Start Vegas, we'll be waiting on y'all. This is our year. We're going to take you down.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I got all the faith in Coach Leach and his organization over there and his system that we're going to, hey, it's our time. What time is it? It's our time. Hail State.
Yeah. So you're kind of big in supporting Mississippi State and our Houston Texans, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got a big tailgate down there.
We've taken a lot of Jet clients that come to the Texans game to stop by out at the tailgate. We're part of Raging Bull Tailgaters. Mm-hmm. Sweet and the guys do a remarkable job. They're the best guys out there. We're just fortunate to be a part of that. They allowed us, 15 years ago to come in with them and be a part of it. And it's been a great experience for our local clients at Jet that have a chance to swing by and enjoy the pregame festivities, and hopefully it'll be another good season coming up this year with that. And and I've even taken a lot of our Jet clients over to some Mississippi State stuff.
Yeah,
it's things that you may not ever get to do in your life until you meet people that says, hey, here's an opportunity to go see a part of the country you may never know about. And we take them over there and they experience it. A lot of A&M fans and Texas fans that we've done, and they just say, you're right. So experience things if anybody offers it to you. Just like we've got what we got coming up next week. We're taking a lot of our clients on our Jet fishing trip that we do every year. We weren't able to do it last year because of COVID, but we've got our fishing roster for next Friday set, and a lot of excited Jet clients going out in the Gulf for a day of deep sea fishing, and a lot of our festivities that we now back open on our third Wednesday meetings as well.
And if we can just get the pandemic and the rodeos, Eddie, I will say this about Eddie and client relations, Johnny, Eddie, the whole team. even during before the pandemic, the rodeo comes live. Eddie usually has a plethora of tickets to concerts and stuff like that. He'll say, "Hey, let's give some of these out to some of our deserving clients." I think that's something that giving back to our clients that have given us so much. We always try to take care of our clients and try to make sure that we're at least giving something back, because most lenders are out there just take. We want to give back to say thank you to the ones that have done repeated business and say, hey, we appreciate the fact that you have used us time and time again, and we know we're not the only pony out there.
Oh, and if it wasn't for our clients and the referrals of the business that they refer to us, either their friends or family or people they meet at work, from the experiences they have with Jet, and hopefully most all of them have been good. If there are problems that happen or mistakes, we're all human. We correct them immediately, and hopefully everything runs smoothly. But without those guys like you, we wouldn't be as successful as we've been over 18 years, which allows us to generate new products for you, competitive rates, and fees. We're not a bank. We're an asset-based lender. You use us to buy distressed property because most people don't like lending on distressed property. So we provide you a product that can close quickly, put you in a product you can make money off of, analyze the deal for free. And those are the things that are important, either buying and flipping or putting you in a product if you're buying and holding rental property with no money out of pocket, then allowing you a long-term product that can keep you to improve your cash flow and grow your appreciation. So down the road, if you have that 9-to-5 job, you have that passive income coming in each month that allows you to do things like this in a timely manner.
Look at that. Look at that view.
So, but
we got the beach in the background, just relaxing, chilling. I tell you what, this week,
hey, it's made to chill.
Hey, he's made to chill. I would tell you this week and this week alone, I have had the best night's sleep. I don't know if it's just because I've been sitting out on the beach and the sun just drains it from you or whatever, but when you're in the office day to day and you're behind a computer looking at numbers and looking at deals and looking at properties and looking at looking at rehabs that people have done, it can be a little draining. But I will tell you this: recharging your battery is probably one of the best things that I've learned. Because and Eddie has told me, you have told me, you've got to start enjoying a little bit of this. Yep. And it's I always, and I will thank Alex again and again. I will always hang on real tight, because I feel if you just let a little bit go, and the same way, I guess it's just a military background that I have. If you try to hold on to your training and everything that you're doing, that way you stay focused. But what I've had to learn, the biggest thing for me is just let go a little bit and try to relax, and it will all eventually just go as planned. Yeah. And Alex has made it so that we can be mobile. I've had a little bit to do with that in designing our mortgage software to where we can do any deal anywhere in the United States. Heck, it don't matter. If I could be on the moon, and as long as I got Wi-Fi,
that's right,
I could close a deal.
Yeah.
All I need is Wi-Fi and a cell phone.
Well, and in our business, customer service is important. We want to be there for you. We want to be able to give you the right information and the right numbers to try to make you successful, to make sure the deals you get in. And if we get that out of the deal and you do things the way it's supposed to have been done, you'll be successful in this business, and it will allow you to do more deals. And then hopefully one day you'll be doing a podcast like this, helping other people become successful, because I can tell you it's a business that's fun to be in. Knock wood or whatever this table is. My two main corporate jobs that I've had in my life have been fun jobs. It makes it a lot more easier to get up and go to work every day, or wake up and get on your computer and go do things that you enjoy, because if you don't enjoy it, it becomes more like a job, and that's okay. There's a lot of people that have jobs that have to work things, but if you have the opportunity to do things that you really like, and this is a fun job, once you learn it the right way and build that team around you that can help you be successful, hey, it makes life a lot more enjoyable.
It does. It does. Well, we're not going to spend the whole hour on this, because since we are on vacation, we're going to kind of wrap things up here. Johnny, I appreciate the fact that you took 40 minutes of your time to come on. We are going to cut Trigger Point short this week. I'm sorry, so that we can go enjoy my last day on the beach. And
I've got a couple left,
and he's got a couple left. But guys, if you ever need anything from either one of us, you know how to reach me. You know how to reach Johnny. We're going to be back in the office full steam ahead come Monday morning. But hey, this week we've got my team alone. Jet Team 1 has closed 6 transactions, and I was here on the beach.
Awesome, great job.
So we're off to a great start. I know that we've closed a total of 10 at Jet Lending for the whole week.
Yep.
And we've got a bunch of appraisal orders this week. But if you need anything from us, we're always available. You can text me at 903-806-4400. Next week, we got a surprise guest. I will let you know early next week who it's going to be. But right now, I've got to confirm that they're going to be able to come on. But look out for next week's Trigger Points. And Johnny, I thank you so much for your time.
Hey, I'm just, how could you track me down on this week like this? And I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys for what y'all do for us. And I promise you we appreciate it. And hey, enjoy life.
Yeah, I was walking down the beach and I saw Johnny just laying there in his chair. I said, Johnny, I need a guest for Trigger Points. You coming on tomorrow?
I'm all in.
He's like, I'll do it.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks, guys. We're out here.
Take care.